Okay. Let's see how it goes. Alright, on three. 1, 2. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Level 11. So, yesterday we had an update on Concord that was originally posted on PlayStation blog. I originally planned on going over this tomorrow, but, well, I wanted to talk about it here. So, we're just going to get right into it. This post is from Ryan Ellis, game director of Firewalk Studios' newest release. First release, Concord. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline, beginning September 6, 2024, and explore other options, including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately, and we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PlayStation 5 or PC. If you purchased the game for PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Customers who purchased from other digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information about refunds from Steam and Epic can be found below. And they both say Steam and Epic will refund players who bought the game over the coming days. Steam will send confirmation of the refund once it's been processed, whereas Epic will contact each customer directly to confirm that the refund has been processed. Excuse me. Other retail refunds. For customers who have purchased a physical copy at a retailer location outside of PlayStation directly, please refer to the refund process of the retailer you purchased from to obtain your refund. Once refunded, players will no longer have access to the game. We'll keep you updated, and thank you to all free gunners who have joined us in the Concord Galaxy. So, did I like this? Yes. Yes, I did. I think it's the smart move. I think it's a no-brain decision. I mean, whether or not I actually expected it is a different thing. Was it the right decision? Absolutely. Was it obviously the right decision? Absolutely. Was it guaranteed it was going to happen? Not in my opinion at the, before the post. But, the logic there being, yeah, it seems like the obvious choice, but so does not making a game like this to begin with, There's certain things here that work, I like the color palette somewhat as far as just the general marketing. It's not like the logo looks bad. It's like, it's just hero shooter of a Guardians of the Galaxy knockoff. That's basically what it looks like. I mean, it takes place in space, and you got all these different alien species, and, you have this, like, hyper-colorized, like, setting, and they all have, like, different weapon types and stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's certain elements that make sense for this to become a hero shooter that could succeed, but there's key elements that are missing. And there's also key elements that are there that will turn people away. One of which is, it's a hero shooter. Don't get me wrong, it's not an unpopular genre, but the point is that it's got a lot of competition. There's a lot of developers trying to make theirs the most relevant right now. And that's the main difference between Helldivers 2 and this, is that Helldivers 2, there's not really a game like it. It's PvE at the end of the day. And, the closest I can think of is like Monster Hunter, And it doesn't play like that, that's for damn sure. So, Concord obviously is like, it's very much being talked about right now. It's a pretty hot topic as far as like how big of a failure it is, and how we don't really see this with games that are funded this well and everything. And there's the political culture war side of things, but it's not Dustborn, right? And that's a different conversation. And and of itself. And I don't even really have any intent to make a video on Dustborn, so I'm probably just going to avoid talking about it at all. But that whole side of things where it's like, there's this clear agenda going on when it comes to like trying to push certain beliefs and ideologies in video games right now. It's, clear as day. And, it's not resonating with people. It's not resonating with gamers. And I think the main thing was addressed by Actman a long time ago, where he talked about the, like how the charts kind of are being manipulated in a sense where it's like, oh yeah, half the gamers are girls. It's like, well, half of those, you're including games like Candy Crush when you do studies like that, and you're trying to lump them all into one market when there's clearly different demographics for different types of business models within the gaming industry. The mobile market is not the same as the console market. And so, it's just interesting to see how the inability to be in touch with what gamers want and have their finger on the pulse as far as where demand is, and capitalize on that in some way. And it's a sad thing to see because, in the Xbox 360 days, I was just talking to a friend of mine about this last night. Back in the day, people were doing whatever they wanted with, like, oh, what if we make like a Age of Empires game, but it's set in the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings world. Boom. Battlefield Middle-earth 2. Oh, what if we made Crazy Taxi, but with Simpsons characters? Boom. Simpsons Road Rage. Oh, what if we made it like a Grand Theft Auto game? Boom. Simpsons Hit and Run. So it's like 20 years ago, you had a lot more like experimentation and like, trying to figure it out still. And don't get me wrong, we are still trying to figure it out, but at the same time, it's like the experimentation was a lot more well-intentioned in the industry back in the day. Now, I will say, and I mean, while I've got my eye on it here, Astrobot is looking great. And, I'm glad they chose September 6th, because that is the day that the game releases officially. And I am super stoked for that, you guys. I am super stoked for that. I struggle with, like, choosing what game to live stream every now and then, but, maybe I'll bounce back and forth between a couple games, but I do think I'm going to be enjoying Astrobot for sure, and I'm going to be making some Astrobot-related content on the channel in the not-so-distant future, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are as well. At the very least, looking forward to the game, because it looks fantastic, but I also hope you're looking forward to my content related to it. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's see how a traditional 3D platformer fares in comparison to the live service slop they want to shove down our throats. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that good stuff, everyone, and we'll see you all next time. Until then, keep leveling up, everyone, and take care.